Welcome back, party people. You are listening to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. It is Saturday, February 27th, 2021, and coming up on today's jam-packed show, PlayStation dropped a hell of a lot of news, including a new State of Play, PSVR 2, and more. We got a Pokemon Direct this week with a bunch of new announcements. And to the surprise of almost no one, Anthem Next is dead. We'll get to all of that in just a bit. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined by Alan Busby.
Hello. Hello.
And Ignacio Rojas.
Hey.
And Gino Viteri.
What's good, my boys? What's good, everybody out there in the aether?
Mm-hmm. It's a good day. It's a slow day, I feel like, but I'm excited to be here because, like we said, this is going to be a jam-packed show. We got so much.
Yeah.
So much this week.
I would say a lot of it pretty good.
Yeah, there's some ups and downs there. There's some things that are good, some things not as good, but there's just a lot
news
of video
nonetheless.
game
News nonetheless.
Yeah. It's exciting when stuff like this happens, though, where it's just like, man, we got so much to talk about. It's fun.
Yeah. Overall, it was a pretty good week for new stuff. I mean, like you said, there was a lot, but also we got 2 presentations for video games.
Yeah.
We got some, like we said, a lot of news, and so it was a pretty interesting week.
I'm wondering if this is the start of a lot of news coming now, or just this was just a special week. You know what I mean? So
I would say it was a special week, but maybe it is a start because it is kind of like the first week of the year that has been this interesting.
Yeah,
I would say.
A lot to look
For
forward
sure.
to, dude. A lot to look forward to.
For sure.
Yep.
Besides that, what have you guys been up to? Alan, how was your week this week?
Pretty great, actually. Most days were pretty nice. Work actually gave me my second Saturday and Sunday off for free, which is pretty sick.
Nice.
I finished it Wednesday. I finished my Why Little Nightmares 2 is Awesome video that took like several days of editing, putting together, and refixing and retooling. So I put that up Friday, and that's super sick.
Cool.
Not like a review, just me telling you why the game's awesome, but like if you play it, you already know why it's awesome.
Heck yeah.
And
dude.
where can they find that?
You can find that at the YouTube channel at youtube.com/landdonut. I know it's got 2 Ds. I don't know. I made that channel like years ago. I made it after eating donuts. I don't know.
You can change the name, I think.
I don't know.
Can you change the URL?
I don't know.
I have no
But
idea.
you can check out the Little Nightmares 2 Why It's Awesome video there. You can check out any other videos I do, and if you don't follow me on Twitch, you can watch past streams there.
Cool.
There you
Good
go,
stuff.
dude.
Ta-da.
Good stuff. What else have you guys been up to this week?
That's what I like.
Nothing much, dude. I don't know. I've just been working. I've as you know, Kind of Funny is having their FCF games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been helping Matt out with that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Matt Batson. You guys know
Those
him on
have been
Twitter.
surprisingly fun. Like I
They
don't follow sports. Like I grew up playing them and watching them, but just wasn't like, it's not my thing, right?
Yeah.
But this is surprisingly fun to like sit there and vote on the plays and do all of that stuff, and then to see Kind of Funny as the owners of one of the teams just talk shit the entire time. It's just like, this is good.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool thing about the games is that they're a lot shorter, and they do everything. And it's a smaller field too, so everything happens a lot quicker paced. So it is more entertaining to watch. But yeah, man,
God, we had that interception.
Yes,
God
dude.
damn
One of the
it!
biggest choices.
Me and Matt made that video, which by the time you listen to this, you would have seen it, where we do mention that interception. So it's funny. It's cool. It's fun to work on stuff like that for Wild Aces News Network.
It was funny.
This is-
The last one that you were as the was it the
the
first
Beasts fan.
fan? Yeah, the fan draft. But you were the fan that was drafted.
That's the ongoing joke that I hope people catch on to. That I am a fan being drafted on C-SPAN to become a fan of the teams. So Beasts, and then now the Zappers, or the Zippers as we like to call them. Well, yeah.
There you go.
Check it out.
Good stuff.
That for sure has been an interesting experience because, of course, I'm in Chile, in South America, or basically anywhere outside of the US. Everyone's passionate for football, or as you would call it, soccer. But I'm not like that. I do not like soccer. I do not like watching it, and it's always pretty weird for me when people get so passionate about it. But this week, last week watching the game and seeing now, it was clearly an interception, but they, for whatever reason, they didn't give it to them. And if they had done it, they would have won. The Wildest would have won.
Yeah.
That was the closest I have ever been to feel like that passion. And for
Also,
sure, it's so much fun.
It's pronounced football.
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 No. Football.
Yeah. That game last week was wild. Came down to the last play. If they just hadn't ran the clock.
To the last second.
Oh my
last
god.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Anxiety inducing.
The very last play.
See, sadly, I don't watch sports. Like even though it's the kind of funny sports, I still do not watch sports.
That's fine. Like the one thing that like has kept me coming back to it is that because I can vote on the plays and stuff like that, like I do feel like I have a stake in the game. Like I am a part of it.
True.
And whereas just like watching normal football or basketball or soccer, like it's more passive, right? But if I feel like I have an emotional connection, and when something goes bad, it's just like, fuck, man. Like I picked that play.
It's like playing Madden.
Right? Yeah. So
for sure.
Speaking of Madden, let's get on to talking about video games and what we've been playing this week. I'll start because I haven't done too much. I jumped into Sunset Overdrive this week.
Nice. I saw that you were streaming it.
I never played it. So this is my first time, and I streamed it on Wednesday. I think I'm going to be streaming it at least on Sunday nights until I beat it. I'm not sure exactly when or how long, but that is like my personal challenge for myself this year, is to just stream more and get used to that. But yeah, it's interesting. I've only played like an hour and a half, 2 hours ish. I don't know if I'm a fan yet, to be honest. Yeah. It has very unique traversal, and it is difficult to get used to because it's not like anything else that I've played. So I'm getting used to it, but it's fun.
Does it feel like a testing ground to you for what Spider-Man is?
I don't know if I can confidently say that yet, since I'm still pretty early on and I haven't gotten the feel for it yet. But they are trying to be like, how can we make traversal feel good and be a part of the gameplay, rather than just like, okay, I'm getting on my horse, hit the button to follow the path. Right, and it just does that. It's like, how can we gamify traversal? And I like that.
Also, one of the things that is like a test ground for Spider-Man is that Yuri Lowenthal is the main character.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I picked the I'm playing as a woman in the game, so I'm not sure if who's voice acting that one, but. Interesting. Good little trivia fact on that. Ignacio has left the call. I guess he didn't like my thoughts on. Right. He was just like, "You're playing as a woman."
Ignacio's like, your thoughts were so so standard. I'm out.
Right. Just left, dude. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
Oh.
Ignacio Rojas joined the call again.
Well, Kyle, before he roasted you, he had to take a minute to disconnect because he had to have a moment.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Now
we
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I told you before the call that last week I was having connection issues.
Yeah.
I'm having them again, so if I drop out, which I probably will, just try to not pay attention to it.
I hope you don't drop out in the middle of the middle of you talking.
Yeah. luckily, last week I was able to do it in between me talking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well,
I was still on
figure
Sunset.
it out. I'm about done. That's all that I really have to say.
I was gonna bring up the fact that, funny enough, I started Sunset like a couple of weeks ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't play much of it. I think got to the third level, maybe because the first one is you on the train, and it's like nighttime, and then the next one is flashback to what happened before that for you to get to that point, and then after that one, that's when I stopped.
Okay, I don't think I got as far as you then. I'm still like figuring out traversal and some of the powers and stuff, and now I was like, okay, go get all these components to like get new power-ups and stuff. Did I get to the apartment? Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
So
after that, you get a flashback to how it started. I think
the game kind of starts out with that, where it's at the party. And they're like, here's this wacky new energy drink. It's going to be great.
No, it starts before that. It starts with you on the train and you're being attacked and the game doesn't, like, it drops you onto it. And then it explains how you got to that point. And then after that one, that's when I stopped.
You're right. So I am much farther than you, but not by much, but in comparison. But yeah,
the gameplay I can see how it was a bit of a testing ground for Spider-Man, but not that much. It's clear that they refined it a lot for Spider-Man before it.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man is different because you're swinging right on the webs, but yeah, they are trying to make traversal more interesting.
Yeah,
cool. There you go. Gino, let's go to you next.
So I'll start with Maquette. I don't know how you pronounce it, but this game was
Maquette. Yeah.
Maquette was
that's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Was provided to us by Papagena, so thank you guys.
That one was actually provided by
not Papagena?
Annapurna.
Oh, by Annapurna themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow, that's awesome.
For their press list.
Okay, so Maquette provided by Annapurna. Thank you very much for that. So guys, I want to just mention Annapurna Interactive is to the game industry what A24 is to the film industry. I think.
What's
if you guys know A24,
it's the same company, I think.
Are they the same company? Then they're exactly they do. Oh my god!
No, because Annapurna is also a movie company. As Annapurna.
I wasn't sure if it was the same company or
and
not.
then Annapurna Games. Annapurna, I think, does some horror movies, something like that.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's offensive to compare them to A24 or whatever, but A24 is obviously incredible. They're an incredible film company.
What have they done?
They've done movies like Midsommar. What else are we thinking of? Midsommar, Hereditary. Assassination Nation. They do a lot of more independent films, but just that why I'm comparing them is because A24, just like Annapurna, they consistently put out thoughtful stuff with stories that make you think, make you feel, sometimes very uncomfortable or uncomfortable. And Maquette specifically, it's made me feel comfortable in a way. So just so you guys know, from what I've played, I've played probably like 2 hours. This game is sort of it's a love story at its core, and what I'm experiencing now is the start of a love story where these two people, they meet at a bar, they get to know each other, they meet each other's friends, they say I love you for the first time, and these are all like experiences that are so relatable, and the way it makes you feel, it's pulled off so expertly, the way it makes you feel relatable, that it's relatable. So the game tells its story like through spoken dialogue, and if you've played Edith Finch, What Remains of Edith Finch, text pops up on the screen, on the screen the same way that it pops up in that game. And the game also has a soundtrack that is all licensed music. So they've played songs like, what do I have? I wrote them down here. I have the game opens with San Franciscan Nights by Gabor Sabazo. These are songs that I've never heard of, but they're so good. And
Gabor Sabazo.
Yeah. I love when video games use licensed music, because I feel like it adds so much character to the scene or whatever it's trying to say or whatever it's trying to convey. But the songs that they use specifically, if you listen to the lyrics, they convey what the two characters that you're following, the story that you're following, it conveys what they're feeling at different points in their relationship with each other. And when they do dialogue between the two characters, it doesn't feel scripted. It feels like I'm listening in on a normal conversation that's happening. It's so interesting, the way you feel the difference there. And the gameplay itself is first person. You're doing puzzles in different scenarios. They frame it as if you're going into their sketchbook that they both have drawn in, and you're going into different parts of their world. So you're doing puzzles that play with size the same way Superliminal, I think that game was. Superliminal does it.
That was the thing I was about to ask you, because I remember when they first showed this game, I don't remember at what exactly event it was, but it looked really neat because, it looked like it was this first-person puzzle game, and someone like picked up this like small Lego piece looking thing and dropped it in this model that was in like the center of the world, and then they turned around, and then like that was the big thing that was outside in the world. So
exactly.
Like, wow, the thing that you put in there is now in the real world, and it's huge.
Yeah. So you're using this model of it's pretty much a mini version of the world that you're in at the center of it. And you use the items you pick up to either put them in that model to make them big on the real world, or once you put them in there, you take them out and they're small or whatever. So it's very interesting the way it uses that as a mechanic for all the puzzles. And man, I stopped playing after 2 hours because I have never been this stuck in a video game. It is. I feel so stupid, dude. I was stuck for 30 minutes on one thing, and then when I finally figured out, it's one of those where like, wow, dude, I should have thought of this instantly.
Come on, Gino,
I should have thought of this instantly. And then the second time it happened, I was there for like 45 minutes. You know what? Let me save, maybe go to sleep, refresh my mind, because this is hard as heck, dude. So that's like the one little thing that the puzzles, they don't explain to you at all how these puzzles work, what you need to do. I figured out myself, I didn't see a trailer or anything before. I figured out myself that I need to put something in the little map in the middle to make it bigger on the other on the real world and such and such. So they explain nothing when it comes to that. It's Dark Souls. It's Dark Souls of puzzle games, you know. So the game is really cool though. It's really interesting. I'm super excited to see how, because I figure this is a very real relationship that we're following. So I haven't gotten to the part where, they're eventually, I assume they're going to fight, break up, come back together, something like that. It's going to be something like that. But the way the story is being told is it's super engaging, and the music, it's a full soundtrack. It's a playlist of songs that play when you get to a new area, and they play for like a minute, and you just enjoy it. It's so cool. It's so cool. Nice. And I'm glad it's going to be on PS Plus, because a lot of people will get to experience it. And Annapurna, man. Annapurna just keeps coming out with these bangers, man.
Yeah. So like you just said, I believe that is coming in a couple days here on PlayStation Plus. I guess by time this is out, it should be up.
Should be Tuesday.
PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, it's always the first Tuesday of the month. Yeah. Also, real quick, Annapurna Pictures is a thing. They do distribution and production.
Mm-hmm.
They have produced
what movies?
Different stuff. Like Zero Dark 30.
Yes.
Hustlers. Vice.
Hustlers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have compared them to A24 then. Annapurna Interactive is to the video games industry what Annapurna Interactive is to the film industry. That's what we'll say.
Annapurna Interactive is a subsidiary of Annapurna Pictures.
Cool. All right, good for them.
Cool.
But Maquette's awesome. So other than that, I've actually started playing. I popped out my Switch, started playing some Bowser's Fury.
Nice.
Haven't really played a Mario game ever in my life, like on my own. Yeah, wow. And like on my own, like I've played like the Mario 3D World, like with my sister and stuff like that, but just for small little sessions and stuff. Yeah, but I've never like fully played an actual Mario game by myself. I don't have a lot to say because obviously you guys know Mario. Everybody knows Mario. All I'll say is it's fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and it's cool to finally play one for real. I like going Super Saiyan 4 with Mario to go up against Bowser. It gets hard sometimes. It's real hard sometimes. And that's I guess I'll just chop that up to the fact that I'm not really a Mario veteran. So other than that,
Bowser's Fury, I mentioned that 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week.
Yeah.
That it is a different kind of Mario game. It's not like the other Mario games that we have gotten, like the 3D or 2D or what 3D World is. It is more of an open world Mario game. Also, when you turn Super Saiyan and Giant and it's a kaiju battle, it's so much fun.
Yeah,
but since
cool.
you got Bowser's Fury, you also have 3D World.
I do. I haven't started it yet. I wanted to hop into Bowser's Fury because I know it's a shorter experience. Yeah. So I wanted to do that first and then finish that and probably play 3D World with my sister or something online. So
nice.
So yeah,
cool.
Other than that, I tried the Outriders demo. I don't know if you guys tried it.
Hey, I saw some people streaming it.
Yeah, played for.
Also, I'm not that interested in it.
Played for about 2 hours. This game is Destiny and Gears of War had a little baby child, and and it seems like the game is not focusing on being a live service game, which I think is cool, but also I feel like it's to its detriment because this game should be a live service game. The story, based off the cutscenes and first of all, I like that our character speaks. They're not a silent character. So our character has, their own spoken dialogue. They have their own opinions, all that stuff. And it seems like the story really is thoughtful. They have put time and effort into the story. From what I've played, not that it's freaking incredible or anything like that, but it's definitely, they definitely tried, So I wouldn't say this is a, 10 out of 10 AAA game. Feels more AA. I want to say like AA and a half, probably, is what I would describe this game as. But I'm having fun with it. Actually, I do enjoy it. It feels well. I've played it on. I'm playing it on PC. I tried it on PS5 as well. Game feels good. I like that there's 4 different classes you can try out. I haven't tried them all yet, but they seem very it's like Destiny in that sense, where you have your 3 different elemental, your different type of elemental classes that have different skills. Yeah. So but they also have like a whole skill tree that you can branch off into. And I played like 3 hours, so I don't have much to say about it. It is fun. It's not incredible, but it's a cool game to check out. I'm glad that they have a demo that it saves your progression just in case you need to just in case you want to buy the game. So,
do you know when the game is supposed to come out?
April 1st is its release date.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm looking forward to it.
This is an interesting one because I have a vague memory. I think it was this game. It might have been something else. I don't know. But I remember some people coming back from like a preview event that got to play it a bit, and they didn't seem super hot on the game. They were just like, it's fine, it's whatever. But from everything I've seen so far, like, it looks a lot more interesting than I was expecting, and people seem to be liking it and enjoying it. So I don't know if they took feedback to heart and, you know, improve some stuff or not. But yeah, it's now suddenly on my radar when it was not before. So it's just like, okay, people are liking this game, and it's right around the corner.
I think this is going to be a game similar to the Division, whereas it'll be good, it'll be received well, but won't be really groundbreaking or anything. But people will like it. I don't think anyone will have anything terrible to say about it. That's the feeling I get from it. So
that's fair.
Yeah, it's fun to play though. It's good. Yeah. I haven't played much. That's what I played.
Have you played the Division before? Have you played the Division?
Yeah.
The Division.
Yeah, I played both of them. Yeah.
Does it not remind you of it?
Does it?
Is
what?
it not similar to? Is it not similar to it?
It is similar to it, but it's more. It's not. It is pretty similar to it. I guess you can say this game is. It's just a mashup of a bunch of different kinds of games. You can compare it to the Division. You compare it to Destiny. You can compare it to Gears. It's all that kind of stuff. So that's why I don't think people have negative thoughts on it. Though, I mean, there won't be freaking people get on their knees and love this game, but it'll be a good 7 or 8 out of 10, I would say, in general. Okay. General consensus.
Cool. Alan, you have updates for us on Control and DMC5, it looks like?
No, not too much. I actually panicked. You know, I forgot my computer. My computer was actually full. So when I streamed today, my computer was like, "Sorry, we got to stop recording. Our disk space is full." So when I started to record Audacity, we got like 10 minutes in, and then all of a sudden I got the beep, and Audacity was like, "Sorry, I can't record more. I'm out of space." And I'm like, "Fuck."
Oh no!
Don't worry though, all solid. But no, I don't really have any update on Control. I streamed it for I think like a total of like 3.5 hours today. I already know I'm near the end of the game. Okay. Nothing's really any different. The gameplay's still solid, so there's no real update on Control, but still really good. I'm excited to actually play the DLC this time because I didn't play it for the original version.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then for whatever reason I didn't stream Yakuza like at all this week for reasons. So Monday I just did a placeholder. I just booted up Devil May Cry 5 Dante Must Die mode after not playing the game for like a couple of months. And man, you know,
what is Dante Must Die mode?
It is the hardest difficulty in the game.
Ooh.
So I booted that up, and after not playing for 2 months, we still got S ranks.
Nice.
Still, even on a mission where we still died, because when you die, you lose like your multiplier bonus of like 1.2 times to your score. And even though we died, I still was stylish enough that we still pulled out the S rank without the bonus. So
professional gamer Alan Busby over here, flexing on him.
So thank God for those muscle memories. That muscle memory to kick in to not play the game for a while and still be great at it.
That's awesome, dude.
I didn't play it. I actually had a friend come over who has never ever played a Souls game ever before. and he tried Demon Souls on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And he actually played the game. He didn't get very far in Demon Souls. He almost got to the very first actual boss of the game, and that's what killed him. Other than that, he somehow survived. He made himself this kind of bearded ginger, and he gave himself a chick voice. And he was like, it's fine. I'm wearing a helmet. No one will see me anyways.
Hello, demons.
And I can't tell you the sadness I saw when he picked the providential ring that increases your item discovery rate at the beginning of the game. And the whole time God bless him, he never equipped it. And anytime he was like, I'm running out of healing items. Where do I get more? Enemies drop it. Well, how do I increase the rate that they drop them more? Equip the ring. It might help you. No, I don't need it. Then there's me sitting on the couch.
God damn it.
Especially considering the providential ring. Side note, you can get it later in the game, but it requires an extremely rare material item drop that took me those 4 hours to get. And you could just get it for free at the beginning of the game that I did not do. That really hampered my platinum process. So watching him pick the ring and not equip it hurt me everywhere.
Well, good for you for not super backseat gaming and just being like, no, you suck. Do it this way.
The only thing I helped him with was he complained that the thrust stab move was inaccurate. And his words were, they're inaccurate as fuck. So I told him, hey, you could lock on. That helped. The game didn't teach me how to do that. It's R3. Is it? Yes. Well, why didn't the game tell me that? And then I had the flash in my mind where he read the message that said, hey, to lock on, click R3 and then flick it to change targets. And I'm like,
damn, what a game.
It's okay. That's why I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Souls-like games, right? Where they don't tell you shit on how to play.
Well, if you read the messages, it tells you how to play. But you got to read the message.
Yeah. Isn't it stressful when people play a game a way that you wouldn't play it? Speaking of which,
I know.
How far are you in Yakuza?
We're still where I played a little bit of Majima's Chapter 7, where we are back with we just delivered the teriyaki to Makoto, and I guess I didn't take long enough because it was still hot, and I didn't get the trophy for taking 15 minutes to deliver it, which pissed me off.
Oh, I
so
didn't know there was a trophy.
Purposely have to deliver it slowly?
Yeah, so I specifically went and got the teriyaki, got it hot, and then I specifically went on my way to do a sub story and made it take forever to waste time. And I got it back, and she was like, oh, is it fine? She goes, yeah, it's not cold, it's still warm. And the trophy didn't pop, and I'm just sitting there like, you motherfucker.
That seems so backwards that it's not like a do it in 5 minutes or less, and you get the
no, because you can do it pretty fast.
Kyle, let me tell you this, as a seasoned trophy hunter, some trophies requirements don't make any sense.
Sure. Oh well.
So yeah, I'm not any farther than that, Ignacio. Will I stream it on Monday? Yes.
Man, you're getting closer to the halfway point of the game. Again, it's 15 chapters.
Be like, it's okay. We're almost halfway.
Almost halfway.
By the way, I think you mentioned in our Discord you weren't really super excited about where the chat was on your stream.
I didn't like the fact I didn't like this. I can't remove the chat from it because it's also blocking the text box. So I can't upload that part to the stream. That's why I didn't stream it all week, because I just
you can change that.
I know, but the video's already recorded. I can't change it now. I can't retroactively travel back in time. They haven't perfected time travel yet.
I know, but you might just have to be like, hey, this one, it's covering the text box. Whoops, we'll fix that in the next
Kyle,
one.
it's Chapter 6. Chapter 6 was important.
Ignacio
can vouch on that one.
Oh wait, it's that one?
Yeah, it's that
one.
one.
It's the one he streamed,
and
there's me sitting on the chat, like mentioning things, and I'm covering up the text box. So we'll fix that. We'll fix that so that won't happen again. Because I also need to speak with you about some other things for behind the scenes production stuff. So.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone, Yakuza Chapter 6 YouTube video. RIP. Just stick
and
the
it's the best
gravestone on it.
chapter.
There you go.
I
It's the
finally
best
killed
chapter.
Alan.
I thought of making a joke that because it didn't turn out, I wanted to be all melodramatic and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna play Yakuza 0 anymore. I'm gonna shelve it. Just to see Ignacio be like,
God
Ah,
damn it. After going through the best chapter.
but no,
Yeah,
I'll still
we'll-
I'll still play it. I'm still playing it.
We'll get that fixed.
I'm reeling.
Man, chapter 7.
And my cat ripped up my finger. No one can see it, but like he ripped
Oof.
up my finger this morning.
Oof.
So playing
Man.
games now hurts like a bitch if I hit the trigger button.
Yeah. Also, at the end of chapter 7, things really turned into way more interesting.
No, more than they already are.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I haven't played a whole lot. I'm laying the groundwork. The seeds have been planted.
There you go. Ignacio, let's move on to you then.
So we also got another code for another game. This time it was from Pubg, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah. And so we got a code for Forgun. Forgun, if I'm not mistaken, first of all, it is out right now on Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Epic Game Store. And it's made by, I think, Big Blue Bubble, whose other games I have never heard of. So we get a code for Forgun. I specifically requested a code because I thought it looked interesting before that, so we wanted to get a code. The gameplay itself, it's a lot similar to something like Dead Cells. It is pretty close to it, both visually and gameplay-wise. Except for the fact that it isn't a roguelike, it is more of a straightforward game. And so basically the game has you... Again, it's similar gameplay where it is kind of like platformy, but it's not a platformer. You have both a melee attack and a range attack. I thought that giving you a range attack was pretty cool. You start off with a gun and with a sword. And so you can shoot out people that are out of reach from you. And so basically you go through levels, killing enemies. Enemies will drop loot. For the most of the time, the loot could... The loot, then you can... A lot of the loot will be better than you have. You get rare stuff, and I don't know why I'm having such a trouble speaking. You get loot. Basically, you get loot. And that's how you get better weapons and stuff like that.
Question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned this kind of plays like Dead Cells and stuff like that. I
have never
looking
played
at
Dead Cells, but looking at the video, it looks like Dead Cells.
Yeah, looks like Dead Cells and stuff like that. However, with the art style specifically, this is not a 16-bit or it seems like it almost has like a cell shading.
Yeah,
it.
it's so shady, pixelated, kind of like visually, but it's
Not
more like
specifically
an artist.
here's a 16-bit thing.
No. It isn't that.
Okay.
It is pixelated, but like an artistic pixelated, not like 16-bit
It looks
pixelated.
really cool.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool, but the problem is that, like I said, it plays a lot like Dead Cells, but it isn't a roguelike. It is a pretty straightforward game. And because of that, I think that the game isn't that interesting. Because it is a fine game, gameplay-wise, but there's nothing in it to make it stand out. Like, from what I've seen from Dead Cells, I would probably choose Dead Cells because it does at least more of the roguelike stuff. But this one, it is pretty much, yeah, you can upgrade your stuff, yeah, you can get loot and you can get better weapons, and you'll go through enemies which are there just to drop loot and to drop coins, which then you can use to upgrade your stuff, or there's a skill tree you can upgrade, but it's pretty straightforward. There's a beginning to a level, there's an end to a level. In the middle, you have all these platforms that you have to jump on or traverse, or there's a occasional lever that you have to find to open up a door. And then at the end of the level, there's a boss. But other than that, it doesn't do anything interesting. It's all just fine. There's nothing out of it that sticks out.
How many bosses have you got to fight? Like, are the boss
I
fights at
defeated
least
the
like
first.
here's a special thing compared to the rest of the gameplay?
Yeah, it is. Of course, it is different from the rest of the enemies that you fight. I only done one of the boss fights, which is you fight against the robot that shoots saws at you or uses the saw arms to attack you. And it is the
Saws.
kind of boss that you have seen in so many other 2D games. Like, I played Cyber Shadow not that long ago, and it is basically the same structure as to the enemy has a health bar, it has, say, 3 different attacks, and you have to figure out what's the pattern. What if the enemy moves their arm this way, then it's going to be a high attack. If it does it this way, it's a low attack. If it is a body attack, you have to prepare to get behind it. It is... They do stand out from the other enemies that you fight throughout the level, but again, it is the typical 2D boss. And that goes back again to why I think that the game is fine, but there's nothing in there that makes it stand out.
Gotcha.
There is a 4 roguelike aspect to it, where if you die, you lose all your stuff, and right where you respawn, there's like this death lady, to put it in a way, that tells you, hey, if you want, we can make a deal right now where I'll get half of your stuff and I'll give you back half of your stuff. But if you decline the deal, you would have to go back to where you died and regain all of your stuff. Unless
like
if you died,
like a Souls mechanic.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Again, it's like a 4 roguelike. That's as far as it goes, whether you roguelike elements.
Okay.
But
So overall, like more positives than negatives. Like,
overall, it is a fine game.
it's good. It's just good.
It's just fine. It's good, not great.
All right.
Like that 7, maybe. It doesn't do anything bad, but it doesn't do anything that's outstanding.
Yeah. So it sounds like if you like those kinds of games, maybe you one to check out, but not one that's breaking new ground.
It's not like if you like those types of...
Okay.
If that's your kind of game, but if you haven't played something like Dead Cells, I would probably say that you should play Dead Cells before it. But if you have and you want something like this, yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Other than that, I mentioned this. I don't know if it was last week or if it was on the Captain's Log. But after seeing the trailer for the Mortal Kombat movie, it gave me like a want to play the games. And I have bought on Christmas or for Christmas Mortal Kombat 11. And so I have been going through the story of Mortal Kombat 11. I have never been a fighting game person. I do not gravitate towards those games, but for whatever reason, lately, these type of fighting games have clicked more for me. Like, before it was the Injustice games. I love both Injustice 1 and 2, and so now Mortal Kombat 11, I am going through the story of it. And because of it, after going through it, which it of course feels like it is towards the end of a bigger story in a certain way that was started before it. Because of it, it is making me want to play the other Mortal Kombat games. Like, I bought Mortal Kombat 9 for PC right now. And then I have Mortal Kombat 10 in my PS5, which I bought but never played. And so I'm for sure planning on playing through all those campaigns.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a big commitment right there, though. That's a big commitment.
Sure. I'll see if I'll end up doing it or not. Like, I am planning on. I am almost done with the base Mortal Kombat story, and I know that then I have the Ultimate Edition, which means I also have the Aftermath DLC, which I know that there is also an Aftermath story. Once you start the story, it makes you pick whether you want the first one of the Aftermath. And so I still have that one, and after that I am planning on playing Mortal Kombat 9. So we'll see if I stick to it or not. But for now I'm planning on doing it. And other than that, I have again still been playing Super Mario 3D World. I am almost done with it. One thing that I love about the game is that you have, of course, your typical 8 worlds with their 8 levels, but once you finish the final level of the 8th world, you get access to the extra levels, like an extra world. And once you finish that one, you get another extra world. And if you have completed all of the other levels before, if you have gotten all the stars and the stamps and have gotten to the top of the flagpole, you get a final challenge world, which is 3 levels that are challenge versions of different types of levels that you have encountered before. And so right now I am on the last one, which is Champions Road. And to tell you that I just before we started the podcast, I spent maybe 2-3 hours playing it, and I still haven't been able to beat it. I've
heard it's pretty difficult. Yeah,
it is pretty difficult. I spent more than 200 lives on it.
I saw Cam Final Mix on Twitch beat that right at the end. Yeah, he finished it there at the end.
I am getting closer to the end. The problem is that there is no checkpoint in the level, so you have to do it perfectly throughout it until the end. And so I have been getting closer and closer to the end. I have gotten now to the 3rd star, which means that I think that the level is divided in, I would say, like 5 zones, and so I would say that probably I am in the penultimate zone right now. That's as far as I have gotten. But yeah, I'm getting closer with each try, I feel like. And it's not like a situation where, like, for something like Crash Bandicoot, I would have never tried to complete it. But there's something in the gameplay of Super Mario 3D World and something on the level design, which, even though I'm dying and I've died more than 200 times, I still want to keep going. Because it's still fun to play it, and I feel like I can get better with each try.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. I think that wraps us up for all the stuff we've been playing. So let's get on to housekeeping so we can get into the news, because we got a lot of it this week. So let's go to housekeeping. I don't know why it does that. It just like cuts out midway through. I'm going to do it one more time. Here we go. There you go. We made it. If you guys did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at the Whatnauts. You guys can find out more information on our website, which is thewhatnauts.com. Or you can type in the Whatnauts on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, and all of our shows will pop up right there. If you like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. We do have a $3 tier, which you can get all kinds of exclusive content on from all of our shows. I think going forward, we're actually going to be switching it up a little bit on how we do the exclusive content. Up until now, we've had exclusive content for individual shows that we do. So if you liked the review show, then you could go get exclusive stuff for the review show. But I think we are going to consolidate all of that into just one Patreon only show, and it's gonna be a big mix and match of all of this stuff. So sometimes it might be more video game focused, sometimes it might be like, hey, let's go watch a certain episode of Batman Beyond and talk about it or something. Who knows, we'll figure it out. But I think that'll be a lot better and a lot easier on on us here at the Whatnauts, and I think we'll give you all a good taste of what else we do here at the Whatnauts. So,
well, it's better for them because they can pay the same amount and get twice, even triple the amount of content for them.
Basically,
it's about what they get. We're giving it to you, and if you want if you want a Patreon exclusive video of just all of us, or any one of us, or a duo of us just eating cereal on stream, and you can have that.
Maybe, yeah.
You can have that.
Indeed. Big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier. So thank you, Sam, for helping us out so much. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Indeed. If you guys like what we do, you can also support us on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/the Whatnauts. We stream each Wednesday night is Whatnauts Wednesdays. We'll be playing some video games and stuff like that. Like I mentioned before, I think I might start streaming on Sunday nights as well. So you guys can find us on there. And then each Friday night, we stream the Captain's Log, which is one of our other podcasts, just our off-topic stuff. So we'll be talking about pop culture and funny stories and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, you guys can subscribe to us on Twitch. It's about $4.99 for a tier 1 subscription. But if you have Amazon Prime and you have a Twitch account, you can link your accounts and you get a free Twitch Prime subscription to give out to a streamer of your choosing. We would love that if it would be us, because you don't have to pay extra and it's free money for us, and that means bigger and better content for you all. Last bit of housekeeping, we released 2 brand new t-shirt designs on our store, which is the whatnauts.com/store. We have a bunch of logo shirts up there that you can get. However, one of the co-hosts here at the Whatnauts, Melissa, her favorite curse word is "oh ding dang." And so we have made an "oh ding dang" shirt that you guys can go get. It is a pretty neat one. It has a floral design. And then we also have a pride shirt. So if you want to, I guess, rep your LGBTQ, I don't know all the acronyms, I apologize. But if you want to rep that, we have a pride shirt you guys can get as well. But that's it. That's it for housekeeping. So let's get on to the news.
All right, guys. Like we said, we have a huge week. We had a huge week that we got to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's start here with number 1. Let's start with the Pokemon announcement that we had this past. By the way, happy Pokemon Day today. As we're recording this, it is Happy Pokemon Day.
Happy Pokemon Day to all.
Hey.
Merry Pokemon Day.
So
Merry
also,
Pokemon Day.
I made some predictions for this Pokemon Direct. I thought there would be a Digimon crossover. And I thought we would see some new trainers. I think we kind of saw some new trainers. Okay, but anyway, all right. This comes from Adam Bankhurst over at IGN that wrote up.
Read the headline.
Thank Arceus, we got Pokemon announcement. Thank Arceus, we got Pokemon. I believe Arceus is the god of all Pokemons. If that's the
it is the origin. It is the origin Pokemon.
The origin.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
it is. Okay. It is God.
There we go.
And I think it's pronounced Arceus.
I believe it's Arceus.
Actually, I heard that on IGN's podcast too, where they were like, I thought it was Arceus. And they're like, no, in the stream, they said Arceus.
Yep. The stream say Arceus.
All right, try again.
I don't know. Chugga Conroy, a huge backbone to his content, is making Pokemon Let's Plays, and he calls it Arceus. So
I'm sure.
I mean, I'd rather listen to Chaka Khan over the Pokemon people. So yeah,
if anyone knows, I think it's a Pokemon company.
Yeah. Okay. So thank Arceus. We got Pokemon announcements. This is from Adam Bankhurst over at IGN. He wrote up some bullet points here. We got new Pokemon Snap, which will be released on Nintendo Switch on April 30th, 2021. We got a new gameplay trailer. It also revealed new features, including tools, photo editing, and more. These new tools can make the Pokemon glow, change their elemental effects, and more. We also got, let me talk through all these and then we could mention whatever we want to mention. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes of Gen 4 games Diamond and Pearl got announced. These are set to release late 2021. And then we also got the most surprising announcement, I believe. Pokemon Legends Arceus, announced for early 2022, taking place in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl's Sinnoh region's feudal past. This game is an open-world take on Pokemon. Players will be creating Sinnoh's first Pokédex and features Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott as starter Pokemon. So, Ignacio, what do you think? You excited for this?
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I think I have seen people on the internet not being that did not like him very much, the presentation that we got. I didn't enjoy it. I did get stuff that I'm not excited for. Pokemon Snap, I'm not that attached to Pokemon Snap. It has never interested me, but seeing the gameplay trailer, I am a bit more interested now. But yeah, last week I mentioned how what I was excited for this week was the then rumored Pokemon presentation for the anniversary. And one of the things that we mentioned was a possible Gen 4 remake. And we got that. I'm not a big fan of the names that they got. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Of course, they had to do something like that because, of course, we got before it Fire Red and Leaf Green. We had Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and we got Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So of course they had to do something with it. But it's okay. I guess it's an okay name. But this is what I wanted from a Diamond and Pearl remake. I like that it is still keeping the same basic camera angles. It's still if you remember, Diamond and Pearl were, of course, DS games, but they were the first Pokemon games that played around with 3D, and so it was more of a 2D, 3D kind of style. And so, of course, this is 3D models, but it is still keeping that same aspect and the same camera angles. So I'm pretty excited for it. And then Pokemon Legends Arceus, that came out of nowhere. I mean, of course, Pokemon fans for years have been wanting an open world Pokemon game, and so
I think this looks awesome.
It seems like we're getting it. Of course, it looks kind of rough in some parts. It does remind me a lot of the open areas that we got on Sword and Shield. It kind of looks like they expanded on it. And so it isn't that visually appealing, and some of the animations look a bit rough, especially Chimling, I think it's called, the Yellow Bell Pokemon. It looked a bit rough, but still, I'm pretty excited for it. It is an open world Pokemon game. The fighting looks cool. It looks like it is still the turn-based fighting that the other Pokemon games have, but of course, you can now capture Pokemon on 3D.
Yeah, that's surprisingly the most.
The area. Yeah, that part. And also, of course, I am pretty excited that I'll be able to choose Cyndaquil as my star. I love Cyndaquil.
Nice.
Fire starters for life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Represent,
that one, the Pokemon Arceus, I was super surprised by the way you capture Pokemon in this one. I thought it was super.
Yeah.
It's
great.
It's making you feel like an actual Pokemon trainer this time. You know, it's like you're throwing the ball at them and then it's shaking, and then you the battle system. I didn't see much of it in that trailer. I don't like you said. I guess it's the same kind of turn-based.
They showed it. After they showed the trailer, they went to like explaining what was going on, and then they showed fights.
Yeah. Yeah, so I tuned out once they didn't announce no Digimon or anything like that. But Alan, what did you think of Pokemon Snap?
See, I don't even want to talk about Snap because like
Okay,
I never
alright,
played the
what'd you
original,
think?
so Snap just kind of goes under my radar entirely.
Boo on
Like-
you too.
Boo on me. I know I'm the controversial person here because I got into Pokemon on Gen 3, so Heavy Pokemon Day Gen 3 was my starting point. And I played the hell out of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I played the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I picked up Diamond when it came out, but I never actually got into it because I was kind of like, I'm not like the biggest Pokemon fan, but I ended up playing Platinum when that came out, and I played Platinum to hell and back. And this isn't really a critique, but my only thing is it's the same thing with Auras from Ruby and Sapphire. It is a little bit of a bummer to me that the more complete, better versions of both of these gens, 3 and 4 of Emerald and Platinum respectively, are not getting the treatment, which I feel is a shame because those games came out as the definitive version of Gens 3 and 4. And also with how Auras looked with Ruby and Sapphire and the 3DS, I think Diamond and Shining Diamond or Diamond and Pearl remake, fuck those names. I think they look great, but the style I just don't think looks all that great. Like I know they kept the style, but like Auras was on the 3DS and looks better than these. So like that's my only complaint, but I mean I'm not really going to complain all that much because I'm still going to buy Diamond because if I buy it, can I really complain? Not really, but it is still a thing to keep in that bums me out just slightly. And guys, y'all are crazy. Pokemon Legends did not look good. That didn't look good at all.
In what way?
That, for one,
So
Like
much.
the story
show.
was so like Amy and I watched it and we saw Legends and we were like, okay, sure. Then we saw the lack of real actual fighting, which was like a breaker for me where I'm like, well, where's the good gameplay at? And then just, oh man, crouching in the grass, throwing a Pokeball from whatever distance. How you do that? Wow, this looks like I'm gonna save however much money this is because this. If you're excited for it, I truly am happy for you. But Legends looked like a game that like you could put that on like a Nintendo's equivalent of like a free shop, and I still wouldn't download it.
Damn.
Like you could make Legends,
Damn.
you could make Legends free. I still won't download that game.
So, Kyle, you're on the opposite end of that opinion.
Yeah, so
Me
you just
in,
go.
coach, put me
I do.
in.
Yeah.
I will add. I am with Ignacio. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Cyndaquil himself. So that is like my only saving grace of that whole game. That is like the only reason I was like, yeah, this is pretty sweet. But then I remembered everything else, and I was like, you know what? Not worth it.
Yeah, you know what's funny when it
doesn't make canonical sense, but whatever.
when it showed those 3 starter Pokemon at the end, it looked like they had a gun pointed at them off camera.
Man,
They looked real scared. Those 3 little Pokemon there. And,
look excited. Look excited.
like it or not.
So yeah, I mean, to be fair, Legends might shape up and look better later on, but like what they showed at that Pokemon Direct did not sell me on this at all. I would buy Pokemon Snap before I bought this.
Wow.
Yeah. No, technically
wow.
Legends didn't look pristine. But
Yeah.
I assume they will fix that up, or I would hope they would fix that up by the time it comes out.
Also,
yeah.
I'm expecting that there is more in there than what we saw. I think that, of course, we saw that the main mechanic for capturing Pokemon seems to be just throwing a Pokeball at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from the few shots that we got from battles, it did seem to me that that's not every Pokemon, because it did seem like you were fighting wild Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm also expecting that you will get the usual where there are people out there waiting to challenge you. I know that might not be the case, but I think that there is a good chance that those are in there.
Gino,
Yes.
you got it. You wanted your Pokemon Digimon crossover. If Legend shapes up where you just have Pokemon follow you and you capture them and get them on your team and you raise their stats, it's Digimon World.
My friend Spencer responded to that tweet saying, "I got a Digimon ad in the middle of the announcement, so that's the crossover."
Yeah. So you did almost kind of, you didn't get the crossover, but you did get your Digimon announcement in I would say though that Nintendo showed off a bad Digimon game, so that's.
There you go. There you go.
Well,
Kyle,
on
I
the
want to hear
other
your
end of the
positive other
spectrum,
side.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for all of this.
You're on my side.
I loved Pokemon Snap back in the day. Like it was just such a different game than what I had seen and played, and it was fun. Like it was a challenge to get some of these Pokemon to do certain things and get that perfect picture and stuff like that. And we all know how popular photo modes have been in games and stuff. And it's basically the game. It's photo mode, the game.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for that. And I think it will be a very nice, relaxing time. Right, you're not battling. It's kind of on rails, so it's gonna be real chill.
I didn't think Snap looked bad. I actually would be interested in actually playing. Yeah, it looks great. It's just I never played the Snap. I didn't actually play the original Snap, so I just don't have affinity for it. But that game still looked great. I actually am excited for that one. So
yeah.
Nice.
And then for Diamond and Pearl, I never actually played the originals. I stopped at Crystal, and then I jumped back on.
You stopped pretty soon. You stopped pretty. So you stopped Gen 2.
Yeah, you literally hopped on the train, then you were like, all right, that's it. Then you hopped right back off.
All right. Then
one
more stop and then out.
No, because I have red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, and crystal. And then I played like a tiny bit of black on an emulator. Never really got back into it, and then I picked it up again with the Let's Go stuff, and I played Let's Go. I played both of those, and then I played Sword, and I've enjoyed them.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm excited to dive back in. I like that the art style is reminiscent of the original stuff, but is not the exact same. I thought that was interesting, and I think it's also interesting that it's not being made by Game Freak. It's I don't know how exactly, if it's like a second internal team there, or if they're out to someone.
I think it is a different studio that has worked on something else, but I'm blanking on what they did.
Yeah, which I thought that was a good move of like, hey, if we're gonna continue to get remakes every so often, to have some other studio do that while Game Freak works on the actual, like, here's the next big chapter, right? Something like that, I think, is a good idea. And then Pokemon Legends, man, I have wanted this style of game forever. This is like what I imagined Pokemon would be and look like since I first played Red and Blue. And I do have to admit, it looked rough. It looked a little empty. They didn't really show much.
But the premise.
They showed almost nothing in terms of story. Right?
Yeah.
Which is disappointing, but the possibility of just like what this could be, I am so stoked. Who knows? Because Pokemon is also kind of notorious for like not changing their games very much. So I'm bracing myself for this to not be what we want. But man, I'm still so excited.
So you let Pokemon hand you a sick ass pizza box with no pizza in it.
But God,
if it is
smells so good.
You got the box and you were like, hell yeah, some pizza. And you open it and you were like, where's the pizza at?
It might have a slice. It might have a slice.
No,
and it's like they made this slice.
It's got the remnant crust of a single slice.
No, to me it would be more if it is. They always give you just cheese pizza.
And he ordered a pepperoni, but he got cheese. There we go.
See, the thing is, like Kyle, you're right. Like the idea behind Legends was great. Like the open world Pokemon game, that is great, but the fact is like they came at you with such a great idea, but nothing to solidify the idea.
But that's the thing. Like they haven't done something like this except for arguably the like wild areas in Sword and Shield, and even those they were fine.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I think if they can put this out as an entire game, it has a lot of promise. And if they continue this Legends series, I think that they will end up with something really, really good. It might not be this one, but they're on to something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Some just closing thoughts on the matter. If they don't experiment, they won't go anywhere. So
Sure.
Obviously the Pokemon games have been around for decades, so they've always worked, they've always sold. But it's nice of them to sort of let another team take Pokemon and make their own spin on it. And I never really played much of the Pokemon games. I only watched the show.
Oof.
And I started playing Pokemon. More invested in Pokemon. What were the DS one? The 3DS ones. The
X and Y.
Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon. Yeah, I played. I think Sun or something with one of those.
Oh, so you played the Pokemon games that they finally switched up the formula.
Yes. Yeah. And then I got after that I played well, obviously Pokemon Go came out and everyone fell in love with that game. My dad still plays it to this day. He's a level 40 Pokemon master, so
that's awesome.
Good for him. I stopped playing that though, and I got Sword and Shield. Beat it to the end. Got the legendary Pokemon or whatever. So it is. Pokemon's great. I've always loved Pokemon. I've never been a diehard fan of it, and it's funny to see on Twitter and all the social media how people are saying all Pokemon fans are so toxic. But then when I go look at it, that's all I see. I'm seeing Pokemon fans are so toxic.
Yeah.
But I don't see the toxic Pokemon fans. Like all I'm seeing is people saying that people are toxic.
It's the joke that Pokemon fans are like the biggest gatekeepers.
It's like once you get into actual like battling and stuff like that, like the hardcore scene, then it can be iffy.
But that just shows you Pokemon's appeal is that it can be so great for just introduction casual play, but there's also a really in-depth competitive side to Pokemon.
Yeah.
That just seems to be Nintendo's curse, right? Where it's like Smash Bros is not a fighting game, and then they're all like, "But it is. Fuck you."
People call Pokemon Baby's first RPG. Yeah, which is basically. I am not a fan of turn-based RPGs, but I love Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's because I love it.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Legends Arceus looks pretty interesting. Looks cool. I hope they touch up on it a little bit more.
Alan, I get what you say about it.
No, we're moving on. We're moving on.
No, it's real quick.
No,
I think that we will see more once we get closer to the game.
Well, obviously.
Literally.
For sure. Of course.
And also, but more that it's more exciting. That there's actually more in the game.
Game's canceled after this.
I can also say obvious statements. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I know that there's more in there that is going to be exciting. Real quick.
Obviously, dude.
Well, no dog, Ignacio.
What, you think that's it? We saw the entire game there?
Yeah, that was it. If that was it, I don't know why they didn't release it that day. Hey, this game's available after this direct. You can download it right now.
Let's move on.
No, wait, real quick, last thing. ILCA is the studio that's working on the remakes, and they have worked, which apparently stands for I Love Computer Art. Weird. But it has worked on games such as Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Yakuza 0, Nier Automata, Ace Combat 7, and Dragon Quest 11. And they also worked on the storage system for Pokemon Home.
All right. Cool.
So a very storied developer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ignacio.
They didn't make those games, but they worked at least on them.
Oh, yeah. That.
You're welcome.
All right. Very exciting for Pokemon fans. I hear everyone's super happy about all this. So let's move on to number 2. We had the PlayStation Power Week. Not Power Hour this time. This is a Power Week right now. So PlayStation had its first State of Play of 2021, where they gave some new info on upcoming games coming in 2021. They spoke about 10 games in total for a runtime of 30 minutes. So let's do this one a little differently. Let me go through each individual point and we'll talk about them as we go through them.
Got it.
All right? Because there's only 10. So first we got PS5 enhancements for Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. These got shown off. Alan, you going to platinum this again?
Hey, the only thing I gotta say is they announced that you can bring your cross save from PS4 to PS5 and it'll auto unlock trophies. So I will platinum it. It'll take me 1 second.
There you go.
Did they say that it will auto unlock
They did.
trophies?
They did.
Awesome.
I really wanted you to go through it again.
But that's it.
Crash.
It looks good, but that's it.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. So good for them.
Yep.
After that, we got some Returnal gameplay. This game is coming out in April. And what do you think?
It still
looked cool.
It's still looking sick.
Yeah,
it looks good. Yeah, I'm really excited about this game, and I saw a couple people starting to compare it to Hades, where you are dying and then returning to a certain spot, and you have to go, do all this stuff again. But I hear if you unlock a certain bridge or shortcut in the game, that will always stay unlocked. So you are exploring and unlocking things as you go, and that seems amazing. So
yeah, the game looks awesome. What was interesting as well is when you die, you come back to the same area, but it's all different now. So I feel like it's going to be super challenging, but it looks fun.
The highest point of the State of Play, the best part.
Yeah, if you weren't convinced, this trailer should have convinced you on Returnal. So
yeah, if this didn't, then I don't know what will.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got up next. We got Sifu, an intense kung fu experience from the developers Absolver. This premiered here, and this game is coming in 2021. So this game looked freaking cool, dude.
It looked
what did you think? Yeah, what did you guys think?
I love martial arts. I have been wanting a game that really feels like you are doing martial arts, and I think Mortal Kombat feels a bit like it, but it doesn't quite hit that spot for me. But this game for sure looked like that. It looked pretty cool.
What was so interesting was...
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to quickly say what's so interesting is that I felt the punches watching them, so I can't imagine what it's like playing it,
Yeah.
What was interesting to me is that we still don't know the exact story of this game, but it was an interesting trailer, and it looks like every time you die, you age.
Yeah,
I think they spoke about it later on where they said that.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Significantly somehow.
Well, because he starts young, then near the end he's older and he has the pole or the stave.
Yeah, so I don't know how that is playing in with the whole thing, but that looks neat. So.
Yeah.
They didn't show enough gameplay mechanics to really sell me, but it looked cool, but not enough explanation.
It's similar to Absolver
and the Daredevil hallway fight scene, and
Absolver. So that looked great. And then after that, I have no interest. Knockout City, we got Knockout City gameplay. We already saw this in the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, we saw it there, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. And there's also a beta. Dodgeball. There's also a beta out there. Some people played. Game looks all right. Alan, I think I heard you. I saw you say somewhere that this was the most exciting game to you.
No. I said Returnal was the most exciting. I said Knockout City looked interesting. A and I are curious to try it. We're curious to play it.
Okay. Yeah.
Returnal was the single peak.
I know that friend of the show. So like Mike liked the beta.
Okay, I see. Yeah, some people are interested in this, and it does look fun to play, but I assume it'll be that same as.
I don't know what its lasting appeal will be. It'll probably be fun for like a week or so, and then it'll probably fade away. But it'll still be cool in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after Knockout City, we got some new Solar Ash gameplay, but no release date. And this is from people that made Hyper Light Drifter, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Yes, looks beautiful.
Yeah, looks hella similar to the Pathless. And I loved the Pathless, so I'm gonna enjoy this. So that was great. And then after that, we got some gameplay revealed for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. And I'm gonna play this. This.
I might, because it is very different from the other games. I've first time that I've seen.
Ones, so.
Well, the other ones are pretty static. It's either you. It's like either you watching cameras or kind of like 2D stuff sprinkled around there. But yeah, this is the first time, as far as I know, that it has been first person, other than of course the VR game. But the
sister location was also first person a little bit.
But could you move around?
In some sections you could.
I didn't know that. Well, it seems that this game is all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we did not get a release date for this, did we?
Not that I know of.
No. Okay. All right. Well, after that one, we got Oddworld Soulstorm arrives on PS4 and PS5 on April 6th, and it'll also be April's one of April's free PS Plus games. So that's great. I wasn't even gonna try this game, but now I am because of that. Yeah. So.
I just remember playing the original Oddworld on the PlayStation, and because I was too young, the game was ball-bustingly hard. So,
yeah.
I don't have any real interest in it. I might try it out because it is free, but
they've shown this game a lot, so I wasn't really interested at that point. Yeah. And then my game of the show, obviously, as you guys know, we got some new gameplay and story details from Kena: Bridge of Spirits.
You said it wrong.
Kena, sorry. No,
Kena.
I'm gonna continue.
Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Kena.
No, I'm gonna continue to say Kena because.
Damn, and you say that it is your.
This is your Arceus.
No, so Kena, Bridge of Spirits. We got a new trailer, and this game's out later than I hoped, August 24, 2021. But also, if you go to pre-order it now, it's $40 to pre-order, which is I would have gladly paid $70 for this, but $40 indicates that this is probably like a 6-hour game or something like that. Yeah. Like it's gonna be really short, probably.
This game looks beautiful.
Looked pretty cool.
Looked freaking awesome. Alan, I don't want to hear your thoughts on it. Kyle, what did you think about?
I'm legit. The game looks beautiful. It looks amazing.
Yes.
The gameplay looks not amazing.
What? I disagree. I think it looks beautiful. The gameplay looked great. It reminded me of like a 3D, maybe more actiony Zelda. In terms of hiding and stuff. And I'm stoked because this just looks like a Pixar game, right? Like a playable Pixar game. And I'm stoked.
I'll say this is probably the most beautiful game I've ever seen in terms of art design.
One of them,
Yeah, because I mean, it obviously doesn't have it's not Uncanny Valley or anything. It's similar to the Pixar movies. It's not at Pixar level quality, but you can tell that these people were animators before that, and I'm a little worried because this looks too incredible for their first game. You know, so hopefully they go hard on this. I'm hoping. Alan, you don't gotta say anything. So, Ignacio, what do you
He's
think?
just over there shaking his head.
Oh, I was gonna say this sold me even more than I was sold before. I don't know, Alan, what game you saw, but I really liked the gameplay that they showed there.
The story as well is super interesting looking. Alan puts up a freaking smiley doodle. Ugly face. The story looked awesome too. It looked super, Pixar movie kind of. It reminded me of what's that new movie that came? Raya, yeah. Raya, Last Dragon.
Raya.
It has that same sort of vibe to me. So
also, it's coming out later than I would have expected, and I hope that they have taken the almost year delay and made good use of it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I was praying it was gonna be March PS Plus, but
Gino.
we didn't. What?
Hear me out. I actually thought about this, and I actually solved it Friday. Right, I solved this Friday. So I am kind of ragging on Kena Bridge of Spirits. So the game does look beautiful. The gameplay, after mulling it over and thinking about it, and I figured out why. The gameplay does look good. Yeah, it's my taste in games. So as the little elaboration, so I don't so it doesn't seem like I just fucking want this game to burn in hell.
You're like, it's not for me. That's all you.
I gravitate towards two solid styles of games: RPGs and just high action games. You know, obviously, like Nier, Devil May Cry, like the character action style genre.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
No. So when
that would fit.
So when I see the gameplay of Kena Bridge of Spirits, the gameplay does look, to me, it looks interesting. But the fact is, it doesn't, to my taste, it doesn't look character action well enough. So it doesn't look like it fits in that genre. But obviously from the gameplay, it's not an RPG or turn-based kind of RPG style. So Kena sits in this awkward place where it doesn't fit in either of my genre like dimensions. So the gameplay just looks kind of meh.
So what you're saying is objectively you see that this game is good, but your gameplay style is different from what you're seeing.
And even that, objectively, the game does look good. And I do agree that seeing that trailer, Kena looked amazing. Like just the graphics of it and the fidelity and the cutscenes that they showed looked incredible.
Top quality,
Yeah. I mean, of course, not every game is gonna be for everyone. I mean,
so that
we understand that it isn't your type of game. We're just giving you shit for it. For the fans
Kena
of
looks amazing. It's just like maybe the gameplay will come around and I'll play it and I'll be like, fucking Gino was right.
But of course, not every game is for everyone. There are games here that are not for me.
We got two more games to go through, and then we'll just get general thoughts on the whole thing. Next up, we got Deathloop's Deja Vu trailer. Kyle, I know you're super excited for Deathloop. What do you think of this, dude?
I'm super excited for Deathloop. I thought this was an awesome trailer. I thought this was the weak point of the presentation because we just didn't need it. Like we've seen this game so much that it's just like I don't need another 5-minute long thing to show me what this game is. But that being said, again, it was a great trailer. Had a whole James Bond style song. They seem like they are having fun with this game, so I'm excited.
I watched the presentation after it had already finished, so I skipped this trailer. I haven't watched it, and I'm already sold on the game. I don't need to see more.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't need to be here for this last one, so
you stay here.
You don't need to say anything.
Game of the year.
Last up, we got Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade, a story set concurrently to the events of the game and featuring Yuffie. It arrives on PS5 on June 10th, 2021. A PS5 version of the game will also be released that same day, a Final Fantasy Remake I'm talking about. And after this, after the whole showcase, Square Enix tweeted 2 new mobile games will also be coming out. One titled First Soldier, which is a battle royale, and Ever Crisis, a compilation of all the Final Fantasy stories in one game with a cool new little art design that we got there.
Yeah.
I thought this was a great surprise to me. I did not expect this. So, Ignacio, this is your game of the year. What do you think?
Crossplay's game of the year had Gino not been a coward.
No, you know what? I regret that, dude. I regret it so hard.
But yeah, I mean, it is, for me, I would say it is the high point of the presentation. The asterisk is, of course, if you do not have a PS5, you, of course, would not have any interest in this, because for one, it is the PS5 version of the game, but also the fact that the Yuffie episode is gonna be PS5 exclusive. So it is great for this small group of people that have a PS5. Of course, that includes me, and so I'm super excited. But yeah, for the big amount of people that do not have a PS5, I can get why these didn't do it for them. But still, seeing I love that they are doing this, seeing the game from another perspective, and that other perspective being Yuffie, which will play a bigger role later on in the Final Fantasy VII story. I think it is pretty cool that we're getting this.
Yeah.
And then the two mobile games are interesting. Of course, not that long ago we got the trademarks that Square had put out, which were tied to Final Fantasy, but we didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
And of course, those ended up being attached to these games. So first Soldier, for it to be mobile battle royale, I thought that it looked a bit cool, but it's not my type of game.
Yeah.
But then the announcement of the other game, Ever Crisis, it being not only Final Fantasy VII, but being the whole compilation of 7.
So incredible, dude.
Crisis Core, it being Dirge of Cerberus.
Advent Children.
That's super cool. It is super cool that now people will be able to play those games. I haven't been able to play those games because one is on PSP, one's on PS2, I think. The other are old mobile games.
Yeah.
And so we have seen that for Final Fantasy VII, those games will be important. And so it is pretty good of them to be able to put something out there so that people can experience them.
And they have like a nice new chibi art style too.
Yeah. It is more of a chibi art style, but it does kind of keep the gameplay of the original Final Fantasy VII, except for the battles, which look more like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I think it will probably be with the gameplay of the original 7, which is not turn-based, but it's still real-time, but it is kind of turn-based.
Yeah, with these mobile games, I'm finally gonna buy one of those controllers to attach to my phone, because I got one. Yeah, I do want to play those. So I'm a little bummed that Ever Crisis isn't like a Crisis Core remake. It would be freaking awesome to get a Crisis Core remake. But with the introduction of the Yuffie episode, which when Final Fantasy VII, when I finished the remake, I figured, all right, time to wait for part 2. I did not expect we were going to get episodes leading towards part 2. So this gives me, hope or the idea that we might get a Zack specific episode or a Vincent Valentine specific episode, that kind of stuff. And I think it'd be similar to the way Final Fantasy 15 had Gladiolus and Ignis and Prompto episodes. It would be awesome to see episodes with different characters for this game leading to the second one. So this was a huge surprise to me, and I really enjoyed that they. Yeah, it was a good way to end it. I think.
Also, hopefully, it is kind of like the DLC that we got for Kingdom Hearts 3, which by the end of it does move forward the story, and you get more stuff of what's to come. So, Alan, we haven't heard from you. What did you think of the entire show in general? What was what's your thoughts on this state of play?
Really, my general thoughts is Crash 4 was cool to see, but Nintendo already showed off that it's coming to that. But I mean, it's already out, so it's not too exciting personally. Returnal was pretty hype, but I was already excited for it. Sifu didn't have enough. Like, my general thoughts. I mean, I'm that minority. I have my gripes with the gameplay of FF7, so I didn't like. That was a cool way to end it. That people that got excited, but I just kind of groaned because like. Now you're not going to get FF7 Remake 2. You're going to get FF7 Remake Part 2 interlude of the past, of Cloud's future, of the destiny of whatever fucking shit.
Yeah, over 2 days. So
for Sony's first day to play, I mean, it's the opposite. Like, I like Nintendo's Direct they had because I had no expectations. I went to Sony's because I'm a Sony fanboy having expectations, and they just, it just was like a 3 out of 10. Wow. It just left me like, I really sat here and watched this. Wow. Could have done anything else.
What would you have seen, Alan, that would have made it a 10 out of 10 for you?
Honestly, even with the stuff they showed, I mean, minusing FF7, like, honestly, just seeing a bit more stuff elaborated. Like, I would have liked to have seen more elaboration on Five Nights gameplay. I would have loved to have seen more breakdown of, like, even a small breakdown of Sifu's gameplay. We didn't need to see Crash. We could have seen something else or anything else. And then Oddworld, that was still pretty cool, but really just seeing more in-depth breakdown. Like, I would have just wanted to have seen like a breakdown of Kina's gameplay, Five Nights gameplay, and Sifu's game. Like, seeing a more breakdown would have had me more positive, but the state of play was just kind of meh the whole way through, and then it just ended where I was like, really, F it, like, really? We're gonna now cram Yuffie into the original canon of the first game of like, oh, she was there the whole time. You just did see her.
Yeah, because I see, like, I guess people wanted to see, people were expecting the show to probably close out with Horizon. I figured people would have, I think that probably would have made the show way more positive for a lot more people. Yeah. I personally thought it was pretty good because I didn't expect to see any heavy hitters. I didn't expect to see Horizon or God of War. Obviously, that's not coming out this year. But Horizon, I'm assuming, is coming out around the end of the year. That's why I feel like we're going to see that around E3 time.
Yeah, they'll have an E3 state of play.
I know that Kina and CES, it leaked that it was coming out in March, which that's not true. But since that leaked or whatever was shown, I figured, okay, we're going to see Kina, and we're going to see Kina, and that's all I want to see. So that's what we got, and that was great. So yeah. Overall, great state of play. Hope for the next one.
Rejoice.
To me, it was an overall fine
state
of play. I was in a Valent where I was expecting a lot from the Nintendo Direct, but not much from the state of play, and so that's why I feel like it is fine. It was fine.
All right, guys, let's move on to some more PlayStation news we got this week. We could go. We got
a whole bunch.
Yeah, we could blaze through these.
But there's not much on these, so really.
So exciting, but let's just blaze through. All right.
We could just read the headlines.
Yeah. Okay. Just read the headlines. All right. Sounds good. Sony has announced that it is working on PSVR 2. There we go.
Someone who owns PSVR 1.
Yeah.
It is cool to see that they are sticking with PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
It for sure, it seemed like it was going to be something that Sony would have dropped by now. But it seems that they are committed to it. Last year, we didn't see much of them committing to it. I remember VR came out last year, so that was probably their last attempt that they got.
Yeah, exactly. Just some quick points on it. This one will have a single cord, not the whole crazy amount of wires that you have PSVR 1. And the controller will be a more ergonomic controller that will use DualSense controller features.
Nice.
So that's exciting. But we're not going to see this anytime soon. So we'll talk about it when we know more about it. And then last little piece of PlayStation news. Days Gone is coming to PC along with a bunch of other first parties that are yet to be announced. But that's the first one coming this spring, I believe.
I don't know if it is a bunch. I wouldn't call it a bunch. Did he say a bunch?
Well, I mean, he said a whole slate.
More would be coming down the road.
Yeah, more would be coming.
Yeah, Jim Ryan said a whole slate of first-party PlayStation exclusives are coming to PC. So
not shocking. They've been coming there slowly and steadily anyway.
So I'll say it next. God of War is next, probably, most likely.
Yeah, I could see that.
We'll see. I'm not ready to say that they are going to put God of War on PC, but to me, it was a bit surprising that they are bringing something like Days Gone this soon after they put out Horizon. Was it Horizon a year ago?
Horizon was the last one, that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but was it a year ago?
I don't think it was a year ago. It was, a little less than a year ago. But anyway, Jim Ryan said it's easy to do this. It's easy to put them on PC. And it's more money for them, pretty much, to summarize what he said. So, good for them. It was funny when Horizon came to PC. Someone posted a video of them destroying their entire room or something. So, I wonder how that guy's doing with Days Gone now. But let's move on. That was all the PlayStation news. There's a shit ton of stuff that happened. So good for them and good for us. And then let's go on. Let's move on to number 3, our last piece of news here. Big news. Oh, no, wait.
We got one more after that, I believe.
Well, you
One
could.
more.
There it is. Okay, yeah. All right, number 3. Anthem Next is canceled and BioWare is healing.
Oh man, who erased my headline? The one that I wrote.
Mine is better.
More
Mine
like
is better.
Anthem Next, like the MTV show.
Anthem Next. Let me read this whole thing. And then we don't have to say much about it. It's just it's pretty straightforward. Okay. In a blog post published by BioWare, executive producer Christian Daly has confirmed that Anthem is officially canceled. He wrote, in the spirit of transparency and closure, we wanted to share that we've made a difficult decision to stop our new development work on Anthem, aka Anthem Next. Ellipses, game development is hard. Decisions like these are not easy. Moving forward, we need to laser focus our efforts as a studio and strengthen the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect titles while continuing to provide quality updates to Star Wars The Old Republic. And then later on, after he said that, we got another piece of news from Jason Schreier over on Bloomberg. It said the next Dragon Age was being developed with a heavy focus on multiplayer, but the team has done a complete 180 and the game is reportedly going to be a single-player RPG instead. So that's why I say BioWare is healing. Good for them.
Yeah.
Taking
Hopefully,
some notes.
Hopefully, from my perspective, hopefully the whole game industry is healing, because it did feel like for a while the big push was gonna be games as a service and microtransactions and online connected stuff. But at least for EA, they seem to have realized that there is a lot of potential in single player. And so this shows that, and hopefully we'll see not only them but other developers.
Yeah. This makes me go ahead, go.
I think that, and just the idea that people don't really have the time for multiple live service games. So maybe a big publisher can have one or two of them, but then when all the other big publishers have one or two of them, it's just like they don't have the player bases that they thought they were gonna, and then it's like, well, we can't keep developing for this game that no one is playing, so
yeah. This makes me a lot more excited for a new Dragon Age, so that's great.
So as for Anthem Next, I was looking forward to seeing what they could have done with it. I still think that the what are they called, javelins? Yeah, the mech suits. I think they're a cool concept. I would have wished for that to have been better done, at least for me. Yeah, I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see it new again, but oh well. Moving on. Moving on from Anthem. Anthem Next. Number 4 and final news story right here that we got. Japan Studios is being restructured. This is from Matt Kim at IGN. So they originally reported that Japan Studios was being shut down, but then they reached out for comment, and this is a full statement from Japan Studios. In an effort to further strengthen business operations, SIE can confirm PlayStation Studios Japan Studio will be reorganized into a new organization on April 1st. Japan Studio will be recentered to Team Asobi, allowing the team to focus on a single vision and build on the popularity of Astro's Playroom. In addition, the roles of external production, software localization, and IP management of Japan Studio titles will be concentrated within the global functions of PlayStation Studios. So we're going to see a full game of Astro's Playroom, guys.
At least for, we just mentioned that PlayStation VR 2 is in the works. They might be starting to think about that, and just being like, man, this stuff is really popular. We should do something for that. Since they did Astro's, the Astrobot rescue mission, I think was the one that they did for the first VR. Yeah, so I think Team Asobi has a great property on their hands, and if they can strengthen that, hell yeah. That's
so a good thing is
it still sucks to...
no, there's just not going to be massive layoffs, just restructuring, so good for them.
But I still think that it is gonna suck to see that they are structuring more towards one idea, because if you don't have it here, but they said that one of the reasons, or someone said that one of the reasons was that they are trying to be more like have a global appeal as opposed to what Japan studios typically did, which was more of a Japanese style kind of game, and games with more of a Japanese appeal. And so it shows you the direction that PlayStation as a whole is taking, whereas they are trying to be more global, and by that they are trying to be more Western. And sadly, it does mean that we'll lose something along the way. We'll lose this other type of game. Although, still, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Japan Studios they didn't let them do much of that. I think their last games that they made themselves were like Knack and Knack 2. So the Japan Studios of old has been gone for a while, it seems.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's all we got for the big news stories of the week, my friends. Take us away, Kyle, to new and notable.
There you go. Yeah, let me hit that jingle button. Oh,
there you
wonderful. Wonderful. Let's do that
Do it again.
New and notable. Take 2. Here we go.
Man, the news was so solid by doing it the first time, but everything else just... But new and notable, we got quite a few on here this time, so we're going to go through these pretty quick. Harvest Moon 1 World comes to the Switch March 2nd. I forgot how to pronounce it already.
Maquette.
I believe it's McQueedy.
McQueedy comes to PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC, also on March 2nd. Yakuza Like a Dragon, PlayStation 5, also March 2nd.
There you go.
Star Wars Republic Commando is coming to Switch on April 6th. Stonefly, a new game from the makers of Creature in the Well, coming 2021. Kyle.
I do have to give a shout out to that game because it is being written by Belinda Garcia, who will forever be known here at the Whatnauts as the one that got away. She was supposed to be a member here and then became super famous and left us small potatoes behind. But no, congratulations.
Why did you let her go?
A big round of applause to Belinda Garcia.
Yes, exactly. Congratulations to her. I'm excited to check that one out down the road.
So next up, we have PUBG announced PUBG New State, a mobile battle royale game set in the future of the PUBG universe, coming later in 2021. Sadly, Cyberpunk 2077's next big patch 1.2 has been delayed to the second half of March after the recent studio hack they experienced.
Fake.
Cannot catch a break.
They can't.
That just sucks so much.
It's almost like they can't catch a break because, they're just being hacked too much,
I'm one of the conspiracy theorists that say they fabricated this hack so that they could delay the patch.
No.
Because they weren't ready for it. They're like, oh, no, we got hacked.
But yeah, it seems that they haven't been able to work on it because of the hack, people working at home had to return their PCs and their equipment so that they can check for malware on their PCs. So they haven't been able to work on it.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, the bad news doesn't stop because Gran Turismo 7 has been delayed to 2022.
Oof.
And also, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines has been delayed indefinitely as Hardsuit Labs will no longer be leading development.
Ooh, tough.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Gran Turismo 7, that means that I can change it out of my Fantasy Critic list.
There you go. Well, the good news starts rolling in, though, because your PlayStation Plus free games of March are Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I heard this version is not upgradable to PS5.
Yep.
It is not.
It says a PS4
The
version.
free version is not upgradable, so you penny pinchers have to still buy the game.
Still a great game. Still would have been cross-plays game of the year had Gino not
so anyways, your other free games, as Gino's gonna make me call it, McQueedy.
No.
Maquette also comes in March. Remnant from the Ashes and Farpoint are your March games of PS Plus.
Pretty good.
It's a damn good month.
It is actually a pretty good month.
Farpoint was free at some point.
Yeah,
I was sworn it was already over.
Yeah, but it's good to see VR getting some more love, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. PlayStation also said that the stay-at-home is also happening again starting from March 1st. Ratchet and Clank PS4 is a part of that. And if you didn't know, this is different because these games, if you claim them, they are yours. Even if you like PlayStation Plus, you don't have it, you lose those games. Ratchet and Clank PS4, if you claim it, it's yours.
And if
But
I'm not
starting March
mistaken,
20
you don't need to have PlayStation Plus to get this.
Yeah, you
So-
also don't need Plus to grab Ratchet and Clank, which is good because it leads up into the next game.
Mhm.
Starting from March 25th, PlayStation is offering an extended access period to new subscribers to Funimation. And I don't, was it Wakanim?
Wakanim? I'm not sure
Wakanim.
what that is, but yeah.
Wakanda from the countries that have them. More gaming and entertainment freebies to be announced in the coming months. So this is all we know for now.
I wasn't expecting them to do it again because
Yeah, same.
they did the first stay at home thing with Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection,
Yeah.
like towards the beginning of the pandemic, and then nothing after that.
Well, it's also probably because the pandemic is still kind of going on. It's still going on, and it's not like, I mean, it's better than it was, but it's still going on. And the fact that like some people like PS5s are still hard to come by, so it's just doing a way to kind of help people out that, you know, can't enjoy everything.
Good for
And
them,
our
dude.
last new and notable is your Xbox games with gold for March are Warface Breakout from March 1st to the 31st, Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse, available from March 16th to April 15th. So don't
It's a
miss
great
that
name.
one. And Metal Slug 3 from March 1st to the 15th, and Port Royal 3 is from March 16th to the 31st.
I have never
So
heard of any of these
grab
games.
those, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Good stuff. So yeah, that's
All
all
right.
for the new and notable. Let's get on to our lightning round.
I feel like you need a faster sound effect for that. Since it's the lightning round. Yeah, like just have the same
Yes.
sound effect, but like make it faster.
Or just make it a
Yeah.
thunder strike.
Yeah, that's what I always expect it to be when you say lightning round.
All right, take it away.
First
Miss.
up, a Twisted Metal TV series. A Twisted Metal TV series from the Deadpool writers is in the works at Sony Pictures TV and PlayStation Productions.
This sounds exciting
fans
as
of-
heck, dude.
Yeah, and are you a fan of Twisted Metal?
No, it's just the people that are working on it, I think, is what makes it exciting.
Cool.
The Halo.
What? I thought you were going to say something. All right.
But sure, Twisted Metal, I'm sure that there's some interesting stuff in there, but until we see what it is,
Yeah.
I'm not. And until we see that it actually comes out.
Will Arnett as Sweet Tooth, which is pretty cool.
Did they confirm that?
Interesting.
He's like voicing Sweet Tooth. I don't know who's playing, because you know Sweet
Yeah,
Tooth
because
is
you need-
obviously
Yeah.
with the clown mask.
The
And it's a
big
big guy,
clown.
so yeah. But he's
Pretty
voicing
messed
him
up
apparently.
story. Pretty
Yeah.
messed up story. That guy wanted to kill his daughter.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Cool.
The Halo the Halo TV show is in the works at Showtime. And it's now moving to streaming exclusively at Paramount Plus, Viacom CBS's streaming service. Cal, will this ever come out?
I'm sure it will come out, but I am certainly not buying Paramount Plus.
Yeah, fuck that
So
too.
I,
Fuck
like,
that.
What?
this went
Are you
from
not
a
gonna-
this went from a show that I was like, I'm interested in. I can maybe get Showtime on Hulu or something if I want, or I'll find it elsewhere. But now the fact that it's on yet another streaming service is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Are you
I
not gonna
don't
watch
like
the
this.
Rugrats thing that's gonna be on Paramount Plus?
I did like the animation style for the new Rugrats show, but unfortunately, that is not something I'm going to watch because I don't want to get Paramount Plus. Take that, Viacom.
I'm excited to be
Really sticking it to him.
I'm excited to be at the point in time where we have The Last of Us, Halo, and Twisted Metal all out.
Yeah.
Let's see which one
We'll
gets
see if
canceled
Halo
first.
ever. We'll see if Halo ever comes out. It has been moving around for quite a long time.
Oh, well.
It has, yeah.
Next up, for Fortnite lovers out there, Ripley and Xenomorph from Alien are the latest skins to be added to Fortnite.
I actually, when we said Chun-Li and what's this other guy's name? Ryu. When they came out to Fortnite, they gave us like a shit ton of V-Bucks. They like refunded some stuff for me, so I was like, oh, might as well get Chun-Li and Ryu. And guys, Chun-Li is thick as heck, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, I saw the gif of her dancing.
That's
my
old
god,
news,
dude.
Though.
No, yeah, I know it's old news, but still, like, I'm just letting you know, like, I bought the Chun-Li and wow. You know what I mean? Wow. It's incredible.
I mean, those legs have to be pretty strong.
Yeah. Woo-wee. There you go.
Next up, Rare's cancelled N64 game Dinosaur Planet has leaked online. If I'm not mistaken, this is the game that ended up becoming Star Fox Adventure.
You are correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, like, a version of the game did come out, but this is like the original idea of like, hey, this is what we want to do, and it got reworked.
Yeah. Moving on. Mark Wheaton, Amazon Luna's boss, has left his role at the cloud gaming service just 5 months after it's revealed to join Unity.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting one there. I actually have Amazon Luna. Their like early access thing. I haven't got to try it out much yet. But I jumped into Metro Exodus and I jumped into Rhyme just to kind of move around and shoot things and play and stuff like that. And I'm actually kind of impressed by it. Like, it's the tech is there to make this stuff work, but I don't see it being a big thing until we get better internet structure and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't think that this necessarily means anything for Amazon's Luna.
Yeah.
Because Mark Wheaton wasn't only on Luna, but he was also working, I think, in Kindle and something else. So it's not that like he was only working on that. He was he was the boss of a bigger division of Amazon that happened to be also Luna underneath. But we shall see. Valheim has sold over 4 million copies in 3 weeks.
It's fucking incredible, dude.
good on them, yeah.
Yeah, and also Valheim isn't technically out.
Yeah, it's still early access.
Yeah, early access, so pretty good for them. From a game that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, hopefully these will be coming pretty soon. Expandable Ps5 Storage is finally coming this summer.
Good.
There you go. I already hear a lot of people being like, I have to delete so many games and this and that, and it's just like I don't.
I don't have that. I don't have that issue. I've never had to delete any game yet.
I'm actually reaching data caps because I'm re-downloading and deleting and all that stuff. So I need this. I actually kind of need this actually. So
yeah,
so good.
Yeah. Also, I also need these. Remember that on PS4 I had I think a total of 3 terabytes, and I had it all filled up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so yeah, I really want them to let us expand this storage because it is there, but for whatever reason Sony has it locked. But hopefully this summer it becomes available.
Cool.
Henry Cavill might be working on something Mass Effect related? ?
I added this. You didn't hear about this?
I saw it. But
So
I'm not a Mass
posted-
Effect fan. And not,
he's
he
teasing
posted
not
a-
that
something.
much.
Yeah, he posted a picture of him in the makeup chair for The Witcher, with I think a script or something in his hand, and people zoomed into the script and they saw words like Reaper and what's Normandy, I think, and they saw like words that were definitely Mass Effect related. So I don't know, just speculation that he might be working on something Mass Effect related. Could be voice acting or it could be a show. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
could
we'll
be
see.
a commercial, or it could be him like trying to will something into existence.
Yeah,
right?
Just like he did The Witcher.
Yeah, who
Just
knows?
like he did. Love that guy. Love that guy.
Twitch pulled Amazon's anti-union ad from their service, saying they violated their terms of service. Who added this? Because I don't get it.
Huh?
I don't get it.
So
What is it?
Amazon is trying to kind of fight anti-union sentiment amongst its workers. A lot of them are
Amazon
trying
own Twitch?
to.
Yeah.
What was that? Yes, yeah. And they started to run these advertisements that has an anti-union sentiment, and they were being run on Twitch. But then Twitch, I guess, saw what they were and was like, actually, yeah, no, that violates our terms of service, so we're not going to run these ads. So
To their boss.
yeah, basically. And so that's just an interesting, okay. Well, let's see how that turns out.
Pretty
That's
weird.
crazy.
Because Amazon owns Twitch, so is someone gonna get fired, or is
No
Twitch
clue.
gonna update their terms of services?
No clue, yeah.
Yeah. Destruction All-Stars will cost $20. I hadn't seen this when it leaves PS Plus.
That's
Also,
good for them.
Also, we don't have it here. Destruction All-Stars will be part of PS Plus until April.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, good
I
thing
still
it's not
haven't
$70.
tried it out.
It's
Try it out.
It's a
it's fun.
quick, fun game. Not
For
really.
sure, not $70, but
Yeah, definitely not.
maybe 20, maybe.
It's worth
Sounds
20.
about right.
Yeah. Here's an interesting one that I saw. President Biden says that the semiconductor shortage is going to be investigated.
With an executive order, he did this.
An executive order, yeah. At first, when I read the headline, I was like, why would he do this? But the more that I think about it, the semiconductor shortage is a huge deal.
It's not just gaming. Yeah, it's a lot of things.
I actually knew about this because at my job, like I heard about this like months ago. Like apparently our suppliers having issues with having semiconductors with getting our product out. So that it is a big deal.
It is a huge deal that is impacting a lot of, at least in the US, a lot of the US economy. I know.
Yeah.
For one, it is one of the reasons as to why there have been shortages of PS5 and Series consoles. Also, why it's so hard to find graphics cards. But also a ton of modern technology uses semiconductors. Thinking about it, so it is a pretty big deal that there is a shortage. So maybe it is good for someone to be investigating it.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think last one, GameStop CFO Jim Bell has resigned.
I don't have much to say about that besides it happened. I don't think this has any kind of connection to the whole GameStop stock stuff, but I'm not sure. So
CFO is the Chief Financial Officer, and so
correct.
I would expect him. I would expect the financial part to be better now after the whole Reddit GameStop debacle.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he would have resigned.
But,
All right.
Well,
there you go.
there it is.
That's about it for all the news that is fit to print on your ear holes this week. Gino, what are you excited for this next week?
For this next week, I am excited for the next PlayStation State of Play that they're going to have. You heard it here first, boys and girls, and everybody else out there.
And it will finally have the Pokemon Cross Digimon crossover.
New State of Play with Digimon, Pokemon.
Man, maybe we'll finally have a State of Play that was actually good for once.
We'll have Kina 2 and the PlayStation 5 will
Hopefully
finally
we'll see
be
more Final Fantasy 7.
Exactly.
No.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Just excited to get on with another week, my friend.
Sure.
Not much.
There you go. Alan, what about you? What's exciting you this week?
I am getting close to finishing Control, so I'm actually excited to finally start Yeast 9, Monstrum of Nox. And
Nice.
if I don't stream Yakuza on Monday, which I'm thinking about it, I might just stream Yeast 9. We might just play a new game.
Well, that'd be cool.
Or you could finish the game that you already started. How about that?
No. That's an idea.
That's a boring.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
There you go. Ignacio, what about you?
I'm excited for my final week of summer vacation. I didn't mention it before, but I just finished my internship.
Good.
So I have this week free.
Okay.
So looking forward to not doing anything.
Nice. That's always the best.
Stuff. Yeah. Let's see. For me, I just got myself a capture card. So it is over for you bitches out there.
Yeah, I was trembling in my boots.
Oh man, it's almost like I had to update my capture card. I could have gave you one for free.
Yeah, I got Elgato's 4K 60 Pro. Put that in my PC today. I tested it out. Seems sweet. I'm gonna be starting to capture some stuff and stream some things a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited to use that.
Can you capture consoles or is it only PC?
Yes, the consoles.
Yeah, it's
for consoles.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the same thing as their external ones, except mine just sits inside the PC, and so I plug my PlayStation into the PC and then the PC out to the monitor.
Yep.
That's it.
We might as well quit streaming, Alan. It's over for you and me now that Kyle has a capture card. Dude.
Move over, motherfuckers.
Kyle, what day did you get that? What day did you get that capture card?
I got it today.
Oh, it's funny. Because I just wanted to update my capture card, and I updated the same one, and I got mine yesterday.
Nice.
Well,
so you know what? I got mine first, so it's over for you bitches.
No, we can now announce
I'm shaking
that
in my boots now.
Good.
We can now announce that Kyle will exclusively be streaming on the Whatnauts on Wednesday.
Yep.
It will be his streams.
Not exclusively, but
exclusively.
That's what I heard.
Just for that, Ignacio, it's gonna be you this Wednesday now.
No, you know what? I think since Ignacio's the odd one out of capture cards, we should just start making Ignacio man the Wednesday stream. You know, no matter what, Ignacio's doing it now.
Hell no.
Watch guys, this Wednesday, watch Ignacio play Yakuza Kiwami 2, guys.
Out of the four of us, I'm the one that doesn't stream. I'm not a streamer.
Just hit go live on your iPad, Ignacio, and do a just chat and stream show us you're cooking or whatever.
Yeah.
Ninja or something.
Set up your iPad and do the capture. We can watch you play tennis in your last week of summer vacation.
No. Out of us, I'm not a streamer. I don't have it in me.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to do this.
That's good.
And stuff like that. So
it's not comfort zone. I'm not good at it. Also, it's not comfort.
Wow.
Also, it is.
He said it.
Out of my comfort zone.
There you go. But yeah, like now that I've gotten that, I'm sitting there like, oh man, like my monitors are only 1080p. Like now I need a 4K monitor for my computer. I need an HDMI switcher, so I don't have to like keep unplugging and plugging in all of the stuff there. But then I'm just it's more money I need to spend, and more money and more money and more money.
More problems.
Indeed.
Heck yeah.
Just get another part-time. Just get a part-time job. It's all good.
God. I already work. But yeah, that's about it for our show this week. Gino, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me over on twitch.tv/Pokemon. I will be in the chat watching the virtual concert for Post Malone. You could also find me if you want to just see me streaming. Twitch.tv/Gino VII. You can find me on Twitter at Gino_VTerry. Check me out.
There you go. And Alan.
Well, You cannot find me in the Pokemon chat, but if you go to Sony's Twitch when they have a state of play, you could probably catch me there, probably complaining about more FF7 they show off.
Didn't
but
you
if
get
you
banned?
like Gino,
You got banned?
no. But if like
Sounds
Gino,
like they
if you want to see me complain about anything else, or you want to complain at me about stuff you don't like, or tell me stuff that you love, you can also find me at Twitch at twitch.tv/AzurePKK. And because it's just such a simple name, you could also follow me at Twitter at Alan Busby.
Oh,
Nice.
Ignacio, where can they find you?
It is pretty rare that you can find me on Twitch. Maybe kind of funny
This Wednesday.
chat. Nah. But other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Ignacio Rojas B. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
Yo, you guys want to stay up to date with me? I'm at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitch. That is my personal one, but I didn't mean to say that. You can also find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. That's where I am most of the time. If I am streaming, I will most likely be on the Whatnauts channel, which is twitch.tv/the Whatnauts. If you guys want to stay up to date with our podcasts, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. Go like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff. Don't forget about our merch store, thewhatnauts.com/store. We got all sorts of stuff up there for you to check out. And if you like what we do here, go give us some kind words. Go rate and review us where you get your podcasts. But that wraps us up. We are getting out of here. We will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Guys, concert ended.
The whatnauts.com/store.
Concert ended already.
God, Gino missed it. You won't find him there anymore.
Wow.
Damn it, dude.
Also go to whatnauts.com/store.
Wow.
There you go. Bye, guys.